Aquarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading, a timeless reading for you guys. So hopefully whenever you are guided to tune in and watch this reading, there's something in the messages that you're able to relate to. I wanted to start things off with a couple of my decks here, the Harsh Truth Oracle, and we'll clarify everything with my Yummy Tarot here. Taking a look at some challenges that you might be facing at this point in time. Either you've already dealt with it, learned a lesson tied into it, or something that you need to be aware of. The truth of the situation. All right, and sometimes the truth can be a little bit difficult to face. So let's see what's up with that energy here for you, Aquarius, for this timeless general reading. All right, here we go. All right, so the message is, ooh, this one came through for one of the other signs, I forget which. It does say being Instagram official doesn't mean you've found your happily ever after. Sometimes we get so caught up with social media and what we put out there, and it ends up not really being a reflection of what our life really is like, you know? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on there with this energy. To clarify with some tarot for Aquarius. All right. Oh boy. All right. Well, take a look at this. We've got the Seven of Swords. This can be a cheater card in tarot. You know, it can be infidelity, of course. We see deceit and lies right there. Look at the next card, guys. I mean, I have used this deck so many times today, shuffled repeatedly, okay? And just the fact that these cards are coming through in this manner. Look at the card after the Devil energy. We've got Seven of Cups, okay? So this one can be looked upon as someone who can be sneaky and manipulative. And then we've got the Devil energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn specifically, or simply being tempted perhaps by something else outside of the connection. You know, again, maybe on social media, everything looks fine, everything looks wonderful. You guys might ultimately look totally in love through images and pictures and stories that are put on there. But the reality of it is, here are some major challenges that are going on that's off social media, perhaps. You know, there could have been infidelity, as I've mentioned. There could have been an affair, a love triangle, somebody who had way too many options here, too many choices when it comes to romance. Okay, let's see what else. We've got the Hermit right here. Some of you could also be dealing with a Virgo, or this could simply be where you're at right now, just taking time for yourself, spending time on your own, needing to regroup and think about things, the direction that your life is currently at or where it's going, you know, ultimately wanting to figure out what you want to do, what it is that you want to be able to manifest in your life if things really are this challenging right here, you know. And look at this, we've got the Five of Pentacles. So some of you guys are definitely struggling as a result of infidelity or cheating, or somebody who was deceptive. They weren't honest with you. They might have told you some lies or kept things from you. There seems to be this desire for that happily ever after, but with cards like this, we've got some challenges to perhaps take a look at in this reading, Aquarius. This can also be interpreted as somebody who's been left out in the cold, somebody perhaps who might have distance themselves from you, okay, because there could have been a situation where they were entertaining somebody else, talking to someone else, whether you knew about this or not. Look at this. We've got the Empress representing the Divine Feminine here. So Divine Feminine, you might have been dealing with a masculine who's in this Devil energy, and then we've got cards, you know, like the Seven of Cups, multiple choices, as we can see right there, and then deceit and lies. Okay, so the feminine, it seems, could also be struggling as a result of some major obstacles when it comes to the relationship. Look at this. This is the next card after that. So the 10 of Cups, which of course is normally a very nice energy, a very happy, content life with somebody, a very strong bond between two people. Some of you guys could have already been married or are truly committed to the partnership, or at least maybe you were, but somebody clearly here, I feel there was cheating. There was something very challenging. That's just what I'm getting. Something super challenging where you guys could have been arguing, not seeing eye to eye. You guys could have broken up. Maybe at one point in time, you guys were Instagram official, and then something happened here that brought up some red flags, you know, that created something that might have ended up in a tower moment here where you guys broke up. Let's see, what else do we need to pick up here for Aquarius? Look at this, guys. We've got the Lovers card. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini specifically here. And sometimes, believe it or not, the Lovers card can pick up off of a love triangle or a third party situation. That seems to be a challenge for sure. So the harsh truth of the situation is, even though you guys at one point in time might have been committed to the partnership, there seems to be infidelity, cheating, sneakiness, somebody who made some poor choices here when it comes to the relationship itself. All right, so let's see if that continues to pop up as the rest of your reading continues, Aquarius. But if this is a part of what you've been through, you already know that, okay? So let's grab some additional insight from my Silhouettes deck here. This is currently unavailable in my deck shop because I'm still revising it. So as soon as I'm done with the newest version of it, I'll definitely let you guys know. All right, so let's see what else, Aquarius. What is it that you need to know? Wow. We have a broken divine masculine. So remember, guys, we have the Empress representing the feminine. And as a result of deceit and lies and affairs, separations, trust issues, we have a divine masculine who's heavily affected by what happened, or they created a situation where they ended up hurting the feminine and then ended up hurting themselves. Look at this, guys. We've got loneliness. I've seen these clouds before, but I don't ever recall them looking so sad. It must feel this emptiness in my heart and the storm falling down from my eyes. You know, and if you look real closely at this image, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a gentleman here who clearly has been brought to tears over a situation, you know, broken. We also have point of view. You've turned my world upside down. And in a way, we have a masculine here who contributed to this very chaotic, turbulent time with the feminine because of more than likely a third-party situation or infidelity type storyline that's presenting itself here. If it's not that, there were some challenges and obstacles in the relationship that created distance and time apart. Okay, I also wanted to grab a dialogue message from the Love Journey deck. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials, and then we'll clarify with some tarot messages here. All right, so Aquarius, what else do we need to know? We have a broken masculine who's feeling very lonely, missing you, thinking about you, reflecting on the fact that they messed up at the end of the day. Let's see what else. What else, please? Look at this, guys. You are my castle in the sky. So we have a masculine who's feeling that this might not ever happen. It's like a fantasy of theirs that perhaps due to what happened, you know, it could have been a very difficult situation. You know, I feel there's still this desire to want to come back together, but that whole castle in the sky mentality, it's perhaps a dream that they feel is going to be near impossible to manifest because of something that they did or something that they said. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll be pulling from my Celestial Cosmos Tarot for Aquarius. All right, let's see what else. What else do we need to know here? Look at these cards, guys. We've got the Four of Cups. No doubt we have a masculine who's got some regrets here and perhaps believing due to their actions that they truly have missed the opportunity to bring this back together or to fix this situation with you, Divine Feminine. Let's take a look and see what else. You see that? We've got the Two of Cups. They still see you or at least desire you to be their life partner, but they're also feeling that, you know, they can desire this all they want, but because of something that happened here between the two of you, they are picking up off of the fact that, and adding to the loneliness, that this might be something that's going to be pretty impossible to manifest, as I've mentioned. Look at this, guys. We've got the moon coming through. Some of you could also be dealing with Pisces. This is deception. These are things that more than likely were hidden from you, or a masculine who was sneaking around, lies, deceit. It's all part of that card as well. Look at the next card here. We've got the Knight of Wands, and then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Wands could represent someone who is a free spirit, not wanting to be tied down, using their charms to perhaps attract other people aside from their Divine Feminine. Okay, so sometimes the Knight of Wands can be looked upon as a player, a cheater, you know, and we've seen references to deception here. Knight of Wands can sometimes be non-committal, and so it makes sense for me if a feminine is just wanting to be left alone, is just wanting to be on their own, you know, self-sufficient. As we can see here, this is an independent solo type energy. What else here? What else do we need to know? So when it comes to the Divine Masculine, it does seem that they're struggling through this. We've got the Judgment. So this is an awakening. This is, in a way, for this masculine, it's an alarm clock trying to wake them up to gain clarity, to fix things, to make amends, to apologize, to ask for forgiveness, desiring a reunion. If it doesn't end up being a reconciliation, perhaps it could just be their need to find closure and to be able to see you face to face and apologize for their actions. We do have the Strength card here. Could be dealing with a Leo as well. I feel that we have a masculine who is not in this energy of feeling their strength. They're feeling weak, perhaps, and they're needing to tap into that inner strength and courage and bravery to be able to approach the feminine with confidence, you know? They're struggling through this. And then look at that. We've got the Five of Pentacles. They are feeling very insecure right now. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. They are struggling through this in so many ways right now. But Divine Feminine, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. So your masculine letting you know they don't want to give up on this connection. You know, but again, they're feeling it's an impossible task for them to try to fix this, but they do have the desire. Whether or not they're going to take the necessary steps, that's another thing. I feel the desire is there, but they're going to have to take action in the 3D world to make this happen. You know, so Seven of Pentacles, I'm sure if you guys watch enough of my readings, you know this is what I like to refer to as a wait and see card. Because that's exactly what it is. You got to wait and see what the future has in store when it comes to this situation. Because a lot is at stake here when it comes to this masculine doing something about this. They can think about it all they want. But if they don't do anything about it, then it remains stuck in a way. And Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is clarifying here for us that when it comes to the Divine Feminine, you're not afraid to set those boundaries for your masculine to let them know what you expect out of this relationship if you guys were to try again. You know, because I don't feel it can go anywhere unless you are on board, Divine Feminine. That's just how I am seeing that. We have the Six of Cups. So past influences for sure. And when it comes to this connection, this person is thinking about you heavily. Maybe you guys still think about each other, but there's definitely some pain mixed into those memories because of what we've already seen. The deceit, the lies, the infidelity probably. All right, so let's see what else we can tap into here. So let's grab one more batch of messages. So I'll be pulling from the Relationship Design cards by Sister Moon Tarot for Aquarius. All right, let's see what else. So this is not easy at all. We have observant, watching, contemplative, paying attention. So this could even be your masculine Divine Feminine watching you from a distance. They could be stalking your social media pages and watching you that way. They're doing a lot of thinking because they're not with you. So they've got a lot of time on their hands here to think about their actions and what's happened. Check this out. Okay, so we've got barriers, delay. Okay, so that explains the wait and see energy from what we've already seen in this reading. We do have the reference to a third party, and then we've got walls. So there are barriers for sure that are standing in the way of you guys coming together right now. All right, let's clarify. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot. And this deck, as well as the Valentine Connection Oracle, it's on sale until the day after Valentine's Day. So if you're interested in both or either deck, it's available for $40 each. It's normally $55. All right, so if you're interested in that, I'll include the link down below. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we can find out here. We see barriers. We see the reference to third parties. Somebody's watching you from a distance, keeping tabs. Look at that, guys. Five of Pentacles. I'm telling you, somebody is struggling as a result of the separation and distance and something significant here that happened that was very hurtful, you know, and we've seen that it could have been infidelity. That's just what I'm feeling quite heavily, deception. That's why we're seeing it twice, because we have a very insecure person here due to something that they've done or said. That is what's coming through. We do have the Three of Pentacles. We've got fives popping up here. So fives representing challenges and adversity in tarot. Disappointments, struggles, we see that here. So the Five of Cups representing that sense of loss and regret and bereavement. It's not an easy energy to go through, you know, so they know and recognize that in order to remove these barriers, perhaps, that they needed to work with you on the partnership. And if this is missing, that could have resulted in why there was a third party to begin with, you know? Let's see what else here. Here's our Hermit. Okay, we've already seen that Hermit card. And I can't help but feel that's for our feminines who just want to be left alone, who feel the need to be on their own for now. That's understandable. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Pentacles, which is also picking up off of Earth energy. So some of you guys could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But regardless of sign, I feel it could be the feminine who's got their walls up, okay, creating that barrier for preventing the masculine from having access into the feminine's life. And that could be why they're just observing you from a distance. Look at this, guys. We've got the Four of Cups, all right, that missed opportunity. So we really do have a masculine who feels this way, and that's why they're struggling so much. Because I feel, Divine Feminine, you might be separated from a masculine who still cares for you, still loves you, but they're also in this state of feeling that maybe it's just too much water under the bridge and it's too late to fix this. But they still want to. Whether or not they actually take action to do that, it's a whole nother story. But look at this, guys. We've got the King of Pentacles popping up. All right, so the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles both here. But look at what's between the masculine and the feminine is that Four of Cups energy. So there's regrets there. There's a disconnectedness between the two of you and that missed opportunity to come together. Wow. And then we've got that Tower. Yeah, so not the best news, unfortunately, Aquarius, as far as a particular connection. But I can't help that but think that on behalf of the Divine Masculine, they've got some regrets as a result of something that happened to be able to create this upheaval, this chaotic environment for the connection, and why it resulted in a separation to begin with. And so now they've got so many regrets, wishing they could go back in time to fix this, but sometimes that's impossible to do. You know, sometimes you can't go back and fix something, especially if the other person is no longer interested in fixing the situation, just wanting to move on. And I feel for some of my feminines, that could be where you're at. Okay, so that's what's coming through here. A bit of a challenge there. So let's go ahead and give you guys the opportunity to ask your own questions here. So I'll be pulling from my yes, no oracle deck, and we'll give you guys the opportunity to ask up to 3 questions. It could be about love, romance. It could be about anything, finances, friends, family, whatever. And your question has to be able to be answered in a yes or no fashion. All right, so you can either say your question out loud or focus on it, think about it. If it's not the answer that you're hoping for, perhaps timing could be off, or that's your spirit guides, your angel guides' way of telling you that there's something or someone way better suited for you. All right, so go ahead and focus on your first question, Aquarius, and let's grab an answer here. All right, so answer number 1, we do have a no coming through here. All right, that doesn't necessarily have to be a negative. I mentioned this in one of my other readings where a client had asked, you know, is my person, are they having an affair? And it came up as a no. So it does not have to be a negative response if, you know, depending on your question, of course. All right, so go ahead and ask your second question if you have one. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. And we've got a yes coming forward. All right, so hopefully that's a positive response. All right, question number 3 to wrap up your reading, Aquarius. Here we go. Question number 3, what is the answer for Aquarius for question number 3? Here we go. And we have a no for this one. All right, so we have a couple of no's and we have a yes right in the middle. All right, guys, so I'll leave that there. If you are interested in getting your own personal reading, that information is down below in the description box. And I look forward to seeing you on a future live stream. We do them every week, typically Wednesday, but sometimes due to schedule conflicts, we have to switch it around. But it gives you the opportunity to get your own personal mini reading during that live stream. So we always announce it on my community tab on YouTube as well as on my Instagram page. All right, guys, so I will leave that there. Hopefully you guys are well and there's something in this message that you were able to resonate with. Not the best news as far as reconnecting with somebody, but you know, there could be a blessing in disguise here as a result of life being able to direct you onto a new path towards somebody way better, you know, a much healthier situation, because we clearly have seen that more than likely there was something deceptive going on between you and your person, and more than likely you guys have already had that tower moment. So the universe really wanting you to move forward and find something and someone better. All right, guys, so that's where I'll leave it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.